Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Daysi DIY. Today I'm going to share with you guys an easy Easter DIYs. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Thank you so much. For our first project, let's use this small tags that I had on hand and I got it this year and it was from Valentine's. I just removed the image and to paint it, we're going to be using this Rust-Oleum chalk paint. I did one coat and I just let it dry. I just want to mention something. I'm going to be using this part where we're painting to be on the back of the project because on the beginning, I was going to use it to put my image, but I didn't like it. I'm like, you know what? Let's use the other part of the tags. And I'm going to be using this free printable that I got on Google. And I just place my tag on the top and I just use my pencil to trace it, and with my scissors I just cut the image and I did the same step with the other part of the image. And once we're done, we're gonna be using this Mod Podge. I do first one coat on the back of the image and I just did another coat on the top and I just placed my image, and it was really easy to place that image because the tags, they're not that big, they're smaller, so we didn't struggle at all to place this image. And once we're done, I did another coat on Mod Podge so we can seal very well the image, and I just put it to a side and let it dry completely. And like I said, once again, I did the same step with the other tag. And once it's completely dry, I just grabbed a piece of sandpaper and I just went on the edges just to clean the edges. I'm gonna be using these chalkboard stickers that I got last year, and I just grabbed one piece and I just cut it to a circle so we can give this effect on the middle of the tag. And with my pencil, I just marked the holes. It was really easy just with the pencil, and I just peel the sticker and I just place it. If you guys don't have these stickers, don't worry, it's really easy to recreate it with this CRAFTS chalkboard paint. And also with this same paint, I decided to create just a line on the edges of the tags. I was using this small brush and it was kind of struggle for me because they don't look like really straight. So I just grabbed this makeup sponge and it was way easy to create these lines. I just want to show you how they look, and I didn't record that because I thought like it's not gonna work. I think I'm gonna paint it. So when you go to your Dollar Tree and you see this makeup sponge, grab them because they work amazing. I just grabbed a piece of this nautical rope and I just first put it to the tags and kind of guide like how I want my tags. So I want one tag to be shorter than the other one, and I just glue the two pieces. And to reinforce it a little bit more, the tags, I just use more hot glue on the back and it worked just fine. And I just went back again with the piece of nautical rope and I'm like, how do we want this piece to hang, from the tags? And I kind of got an idea and I just glued them on the back. And I just kind of fold it and I'm like, let me just glue it first, these two pieces, and I'm just using the same piece of that nautical rope and I just went a few times. I'm not sure how many times that I just went all over. I just want to show you. I'm pretty sure you guys can see it here in the video, and I'm just using just a little bit of hot glue. And once I was done with the remaining piece, I just used my scissors to cut it and I just reinforced it with more hot glue. and it turned out really beautiful, these tags. I decided to use this eucalyptus, and I just grabbed 2 pieces of the stems, and I just grabbed the 2 stems, and I just kind of like bend it all around of that nautical rope. I didn't glue anything because I'm like, it was really easy just to bend it, and I think it's way better to, just in case if you guys want to like every year, to change it to different type of greenery. I think it's amazing. And I'm so sorry, my friends, I didn't show you how I place it, that greenery all around on the nautical rope or the hanger, because I thought my camera, it was recording, but it didn't. But I'm pretty sure seeing the video you guys can have an idea how I place it. And this is how it looks, our project once we're done. They turn out really adorable, these tags. I love it. But please let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about our first project? For our next DIY, I'm going to be using 3 wood bunnies, and to paint it, we're going to be using this Waverly paint on color ivory, and I just did 1 coat, and I didn't let it dry completely because I decided to use this other Waverly paint on color mineral to distress it a little bit, and it worked amazing because it was not dry all the way, the paint. It was really easy to blend the paint, and I'm gonna do the same mistake with the other 2 pieces of the bunnies. The next thing that we're going to be using these sticker letters that I got at Dollar Tree, and I just spelled the word hop, and once I place it on the top of the bunnies, I decide to do 1 coat of Mod Podge on the top so we can seal the letters very well, and I just put it to a side and let it dry completely. I'm going to reuse this ribbon on color white that I had on hand, and I just gonna create a simple bow to place it, and I just cut the tails of the ribbon, and to secure a little bit better the bow, I just use a little bit of hot glue. I just want to show you, I tried my best to show you how I did this beautiful small ladder, but I couldn't find all the parts of the video, and I'm so sorry for that, my friends. It's not that hard to create this small ladder. The only thing that I did, I grabbed 7 pieces of the wood, and I just glued the pieces together with wood glue, and I let it dry completely for 24 hours. Then I used this Waverly paint on color mineral to paint it. I just did 1 coat. I just grabbed these 3 hooks, and I just put them on the top of that small ladder, and that's the only thing that I did. And the other thing that I just grabbed these pieces of the eucalyptus, and I just grabbed 2 pieces of these stems, and I just put it together, and I just grabbed a few pieces of these flowers that I had, and I just placed them all together on the bottom part. Then I just placed the bunnies on each hook, and it was really simple and easy project. I just love it how it turns out, this project. But please let me know, what do you guys think about this project? For our next DIY, I'm gonna be using this wood egg that I got at Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna be removing just the hanger, and to paint it I'm gonna be using this Waverly paint on color ivory, and I just did one coat and I just let it dry completely. And once we're done, I just use this piece of sandpaper and I just distress the edges, and I just went inside of the sign just to remove a little bit of the paint too, and it turned out really beautiful. I'm gonna create lines, and for that I just grabbed this piece of painter's tape and I just create the line, and with my ruler I just went over just to make sure it was like center. So first I just grabbed another extra piece of painter's tape, and I thought like we can guide from that piece, but I'm like, no, we cannot, because I want my lines to be like thin, and with the extra piece of painter's tape that were gonna be a little bit wide the lines, and I didn't like it, and I was like, let's just eyeball it. This is not that hard. So I just create the lines, and total there 4 lines, and I just grabbed this Waverly paint on color mineral, and I just did one coat, and once I was done creating my lines I just removed that piece of painter's tape, and they were so clean, the lines. I love it how they turn out. I'm gonna be using this burlap ribbon, and I got it at Dollar Tree. I'm gonna be using it on the edges of the sign. So for me, it was more easy just to kind of measure at what side do I need it. And with my scissors, I just cut it on half, and I just place it on the edges, and I just glue it. And I just want to say too, if you guys don't want to put this burlap ribbon, don't worry. I think it will look really beautiful without the ribbon on the edges too. But I just decided to put it because I'm like, oh, I think it will look beautiful, you know? And I just grabbed these metal letters. I'm gonna be using the word Happy Easter, and with my pencil I just go over in a few parts so I can guide from those lines that I just put on the top of the sign, so they can be a little bit centered, the letters. And I just use hot glue to glue it. Yes, I know, I learned from my mistake. The middle with hot glue and the end I just use E6000 to glue it. I'm gonna be using these ear lamps, and I just grabbed a few pieces, and I'm gonna be using this other type of greenery. I got it at Dollar Tree, and I just cut 2 pieces, and I'm gonna glue it on the bottom part, and it turned out really beautiful once we place this greenery on the bottom. And to cover the 2 pieces where they connect, I decide to grab a piece of this nautical rope, and I just create a simple bow, and I'm just showing you how I create it. And I decide to use this jute twine, and I just cut a piece so we can hang this beautiful sign. It turned out really beautiful. I love all the details. But please let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think about this project? For our next DIY, I'm gonna be using this sign that I got last year. I'm gonna remove the hanger and I just removed the image. It was really easy to remove the image. So I just grabbed a little bit of this spackling and I just covered the holes because we're not gonna hang this sign this way. We're gonna do it straight. So to paint it, we're gonna be using this Deco Art paint, and I got this paint at Home Depot, and I just did one coat and I just let it dry completely. And the color of the paint, it's like kind of light green. It's really beautiful, this color. And once it's completely dry, the sign, I'm gonna create lines. And I just want to show you the sign. It has like these lines on the edges. So I just mark my lines twice. And with the piece of paper towel, I just distress my lines, and my piece of paper, it's a little bit wet. I just went on Google and I found this beautiful bunny. I love it. It's really adorable. So I'm gonna cut it really close to the design so we can place this image on the top of the sign. And once we're done, I'm gonna distress the sign a little bit more, and for that I'm using this Waverly anti-wax, and I just went in a few parts of the sign and it turned out really beautiful once I distress it. And once we're done distressing the sign, we're gonna place that image, and I just did first one color Mod Podge on the back, and I just did another color Mod Podge on the top of the sign, and I just placed my image. I just go over with the same brush just to smooth any wrinkles or bubbles, and once I'm done, I do another color Mod Podge so we can seal that image, and I put it to a side and let it dry completely. I just grabbed two pieces of these painter sticks and I just cut it to the side of the sign, and with a piece of sandpaper I just went on the edges of the painter stick just to smooth a little bit the edges. I'm going to be recreating these half round wood beads that I saw. This beautiful and gorgeous sign from this talented Sammy from Unicorn Does Design. She created this sign that I'm in love with it, and I was going to order the wood beads on Amazon, but I'm like, they're not gonna get on time because I saw the video and I'm like, I want to recreate this sign, but I want to do it for Easter. And I'm like, how can we do it? I'm like, oh, let's recreate it using hot glue and see if it works. And you guys are not gonna believe me, friends, but it works. They look beautiful. I know they don't look like exactly the wood beads because the wood beads, they're kind of like way better, you know, but we can give this effect that they're kind of wood beads and they look beautiful. I love it. And once we're done, I just use this anti-wax to paint it all the way. And once it was dry, I used this Restylane chalk paint on color white, and I didn't cover it all the way because I just still want this anti-wax just to show a little bit through, and it turned out beautiful. Look at how beautiful they look. I'm just in love with it, you know. Like I said, you know, it was an inspiration from Sammy because she made this gorgeous sign. I love it so much. So I just did a combination of wood glue and hot glue to glue it, and I just glued the two pieces, one on the top and the other one on the bottom, and I just went over on the top of the image with the same anti-wax. It was to clean the image, and I'm like, let's distress it a little bit so it can blend with the sign. I'm gonna be reusing this hook that I had on hand, and I'm just gonna use a 6000 to place it, and I just use a little bit of hot glue just on the top to reinforce it a little bit, and it turned out amazing design. I love it so much, and I will link it down the video so you guys can go and see that beautiful sign, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys see that sign. I'm in love with all the projects that she creates. She's so talented. Please let me know in the comments down below with all the projects that I create today, which one it was your favorite. So that's what's up for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified every time that I upload a new video. And please don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you so much and have an amazing day.